excited for this week about football.
Me too. This is great.
Ooh, looks like we got some good matchups. No kidding.
You're logged in already?
Yeah.
Oh man, I still gotta log in.
Oh.
It's taking forever. I guess you're starting us off.
He's the PC, he's the Mac.
Did you get logged in yet? I got my fantasy team up online.
Still waiting here.
Well, while we wait for Bill.
I think I got it.
Okay, you're good to go. Okay, well, I don't need this anymore then. Okay, so we had a lot of neat transactions this week. Well, neat isn't maybe the word for it. What do you have to say this week, Commissioner Bill, about our transactions that went through?
Were there transactions this week?
Sure. Well,
I mean, can you even name a guy?
Yeah, I mean, I looked through the list and there was names I had never seen before pronounced, but I know what can you do. It's bye week, and so on goes life for the bye week. So what do you think? Game of the week?
I thought we'd go to news of the week last week, by the way.
Oh yes, there was
had
some
some
exciting news.
Well, we had a trade go through. That
Oh.
was retracted for the very first time in Pigskin Playmakers history.
And wait, who was involved in that trade? Hog! Gosh!
Oh, that guy. He needs to not touch his computer after a night of drinking. I just don't get it.
No, maybe you should just take away his rights. He has to call you to set up his team.
What he needs is an assistant. We've got one for you right here.
She can do it, huh?
Yeah.
She'll take care of you.
Oh boy. So anyways, that trade between Hog and Mountaineers and Brent. You know, I gotta give props to Brent. He actually did a pretty honorable thing.
Yes, he did.
Definitely a class act
Absolutely.
move. The guy did not have to. He got the trade. It was accepted. He did not have to say he'd let it go back. And man, that'd be tough to do. Put yourself in yourself in his shoes.
It's true.
That would be hard. So props to you, Brent.
Yep.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Hoff, I don't know how many more times you're going to get away with this, so count your blessings.
Down him.
All right.
Two.
So, yeah. So we got a game of the week, right?
Game of the week. We both agreed on it.
Well, we agreed who's playing in it.
Yeah.
That's about all the farther we got.
Game of the week this week, we've got Mountaineers and one step ahead of you.
Yep, so what do you think, Bill? What's the strong point this week for the Mountaineers when you look at this?
You know, well, both these guys don't even have their lineup set up. It's Wednesday night.
Maybe that's why they're on the bubble.
Both these guys, speaking of bubble, both these guys have a record of 4-4. Both these guys are number 6 and 7 respectively. And both of them are fighting for that 6th spot. If they want to be in the top 6 for come in here. We're at week 9 already. We've got guys not even filling out the schedule, so that might explain why
they're on the bubble. So the question is then, is their bubble going to get popped? Are they both going to get bumped out of 6 and 7 if they're not paying closer attention to what's going on here?
Well, that's a good question. You know, after analyzing this a little bit, you know, Mountaineers, he's got Drew Brees, but he's on a bye. And
that's right.
I think he's going to start Matt Castle in. He's playing Indianapolis Sunday night. I think he's going to put him in. I think he might do all right there. Westbrook, what do you say about Westbrook? He's a stud against that Seattle defense.
Yeah, he is.
I like his picks. It looks like he needs to pick up a tight end.
Yes.
I think, Miami's tight end might be available?
I think so, yeah.
Is there any out there?
Is there any you really want? Doesn't matter. Like,
So-
do we even need to have a tight end in fantasy football anymore?
He's probably going to get 3 points if that from his tight
Yeah.
end.
And even then, it might be considered a high score for a tight end.
He currently has Washington playing Pittsburgh at Monday Night Football.
That could be bad. Pittsburgh's coming off a bye.
And Fast Willie Parker.
He's coming back.
back.
You gotta look for Roethlisberger to be excited to have him.
Man, that's a tough one.
So, but then on the flip side, though, I mean, yes, he's got Westbrook, but then we look at one step ahead of you, and I mean, where's Westbrook going to get the passes? They're coming from Donovan McNabb.
If he keeps them in there.
Well,
You know, his bread and butter all year has been Denver guys, so I'm thinking he's probably throwing Cutler, Scheffler, and Brendan Marshall.
well, I got to tell you, though, Donovan McNabb with Deshaun Jackson and L.J. Smith, at Seattle. How do you take those 3 out and put them for Denver? You know, I don't know if I see him doing it. But Denver and Miami, I mean, that's not a bad matchup either.
What were their points average between the two? Did you check to see the 2 quarterbacks?
Quarterbacks, let me see. I can look at it real quick. I don't know. I mean, I like Cutler's chances against Miami.
Yeah.
The defense hasn't been horrible, but so okay. Cutler scored 19.8 points a game.
When we went ahead and went with Donovan McNabb, we ended up getting his average points
16, something like that. That's
when we
16
used
and a half.
when we used McNabb, Steven Jackson, Ron McClain, Andre Johnson. We put in Brandon Marshall. We put in a tight end, his tight end, Tony Shepard. We put in Washington's defense, Jason Elam, and we left Vincent Jackson. What was his average score?
It was like 92.
He was 92. And on the flip side, when we went with Mountaineers, he averaged, was it
91. They're 1 point difference, so their
That's-
averages are really close.
4-4 record, 1 point difference, number 6 and 7 in the standings. Wow.
You got a coin?
This
That's all I can think at this point.
What a game, huh? This is gonna be tough. One thing I did find out on my computer is the last, we've played, 8 weeks now, this is week
Yep.
9. And the head-to-head matchup between these two, one step ahead of you is won 5 out of the 3. So
5 out of 8.
5 out of the 8,
There it
yes.
is.
He's won 5 of the 8.
So one step ahead.
But if you look at their schedule, it is very weird. One step ahead of you he's got 2 wins, then 2 losses, then 2 wins, and he just got a loss last week. So he's gonna win or is he gonna lose? That pattern is kind of.
Yeah, maybe he'll get lucky. He'll start over with a win. You know.
And then on the flip side,
Yep.
Mountaineers. Did you see his?
I didn't look at his.
He won last week. It was 152, right?
Oh right.
And he was 1 point away from tying the record. Tying the record of 153.
So who is he playing? Like Mad Drafter or something?
Mad Drafter.
No!
Mad Drafter.
Tell me, that's one thing to be the worst in the league, but then somebody throws down 150 points.
And prior to that win, he actually lost 4 in a row. So
Just came out of nowhere and just laid it out.
yeah, he just showed up.
Well,
gosh, yeah. Like, do you have a coin?
I don't.
I mean, we've talked matchups, but I just
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at
I don't
this.
say.
I don't have anything either.
I mean, I want to give him. I wish their lineups were set up, but
Bubble this week, maybe the whole next week.
all right.
It'll be a lesson.
You got a coin?
I don't.
You don't have a coin? Let's
No.
flip your phone.
Oh, it says it's
All right,
back.
we're gonna turn over to Alexis. We're gonna turn over to you.
Is this Hawes' new assistant?
We're gonna turn over to Haas' assistant, and we're gonna ask you to pick the game of the week this week. Alexis,
Okay.
we have Brent playing Javier. Or no, Brent is playing Pat. Brent or Pat, who will win this week?
Why don't you just tell him right here at the camera?
Look into the camera right there and say, take your pick.
Brent.
Brent will win this week,
There it is.
according to the Football Guru team.
Yep.
All right.
So when she's right again, Hawes, let us know and we'll see about employing her for you.
Yeah, she's not doing too bad.
Well, I think that pretty well does it for week 9 of the PPFFL. Any last words? Anybody out there before the weekend comes?
Get your lineup set up.
That's be good.
That might work. And Joe, good luck to you this week. Out.